Maharaj ecstatic Kirtan.
I was there.
Yeah. Yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, my humble obeisances to you all. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily class. Today we are continuing with our Srimad Bhagavatam series of second canto, second chapter, verse number 32. And Hare Krishna Maharaj, my humble obeisances to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for your time and association for all of us. I'll share my screen again.
Yeah, you ready to go?
Yes, thank you.
Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Iktasrishtaye Nipaveda Gite. Vayam Vipriste Chasya. Yevatpura Brahmanan Ahatusta. Aradito Bhagavan Vasudevaha. Translation. Your Majesty, Maharaj Parikshit, know that all that I have described in reply to your proper inquiry is just according to the version of the Vedas, and it is the eternal truth. This was described personally by Lord Krishna unto Brahma, with whom the Lord was satisfied upon being properly worshipped. Srila Prabhupada's purport. The two different ways of reaching the spiritual sky, and thereby getting emancipation from all material bondage, namely either the direct process or reaching the kingdom of God, or the gradual process to the other higher planets of the universe, are set forth exactly according to the version of the Vedas. So two ways to reach perfection, attain the spiritual sky. There are two methods, and both are according to Vedic version. The Vedic versions are in this connection are Yada Sarve Pramuchante Kamaye Swarida Stritam Atamartyam Rito Vyavya Atra Brahma Samaslute. This is from the Briha Aranyaka Upanishads. And Terchi Abhisambhavanti from the Brihad Aranyaka Upanishads too, also. Those who are free from all material desires, which are diseases of the heart, and are able to conquer death and enter the kingdom of God through the archy planets. These Vedic versions corroborate the version of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and the latter is further confirmed by Srila Sukadeva Goswami, who affirms that the truth was disclosed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, Vasudeva, to Brahma, the first authority of the Vedas. The civic succession holds that the Vedas were uttered by Lord Krishna to Brahma, by Brahma to Narada, by Narada to Vyas, and then by Vyas to Sukadeva Goswami, and so on. So there is no difference between the versions of all the authorities. The truth is eternal, and as such, there cannot be any new opinion about the truth. This is a way of knowing the knowledge contained in the Vedas. It is not a thing to be understood by one's erudite scholarship or by the fashionable interpretation of mundane scholars. There is nothing to be added, nothing to be subtracted, because truth is the truth. One has to accept, after all, some authority. The modern scientists are also authorities for the common man for some scientific truth. The common man follows the version of the scientists. This means that the common man follows the authority. The Vedic knowledge is also received in that way. The common man cannot argue about what is beyond the sky or beyond the universe. He must accept the versions of the Vedas as they are understood by the authorized disciplic succession. In the Bhagavad Gita also, the same process of understanding the Gita is stated in the 4th chapter. If one does not follow the authoritative versions of the acharyas, he will vainly search after the truth mentioned in the Vedas. Omagyan timidandasya ginajana salakaya chaksun militam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha nama om vishnu padaya krishna prasaya bhutale Srimakti Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti namane namaste Saraswati Deve Gaudavani Kacharine Nirvase Sasunyavadi Pastyatya Satarne Vanchakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhupe Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So it's mentioned that the Vedas are called Aparusha. Aparusha means not man-made. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedaisya Chaham Aham Eva Vedyo Vedanta Krit Vedavit Eva Chaham. I am the compiler of the Vedas. I am the knower of the Vedas, and the Vedas are meant to know me. So Krishna confirms in the Bhagavad Gita and in other places that Vedic knowledge is coming from him through the cyclic succession. But ultimately, he is the author of the Vedas. And the purpose of the Vedas is to understand him or to become fully God realized. And so, therefore, in understanding something that is beyond the range of the senses, beyond the range of the mind, beyond the range of the intelligence, one has to accept an authority. Prabhupada, in order to enunciate this point, says that even the common man, when he wants to know something in the material world, he accepts the scientists. In other words, he follows a type of authority, and he accepts what they say as being correct. Same way, spiritual knowledge is even less gross, more subtle, and beyond the reach of the senses. That knowledge is coming from an original source and carried down through what is called Tene Brahmahida. Well, no, actually, it's coming through disciplic succession. The Evam Parampara Praktir, Evam Rajasayo Vidu. Krishna mentions that in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is referred here as the system for understanding higher knowledge and the process for attaining perfection in spiritual practice. So one must accept that knowledge that is perfect coming from the perfect source. And Krishna, God himself, can be accepted as the perfect source because he is giving the knowledge by which one can reach him. And therefore, what he says, just like if you want to know something about a person, you may hear from that person, you may hear about that person from other people. And you may get some truth, maybe some partial truth, maybe you may even get misled. But if you hear about that person from that person, then you can accept it as being the complete truth. Well, Krishna is the author of the Vedas, and through his command, you might say, he inspires others to take that Vedic knowledge and present it according to time, place, and circumstances through the process of realizing that knowledge, which comes by the process of yoga. Yoga means to connect. And the ultimate principle of yoga, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, is yoginam api sarvesham madgatenatmanaha stradavan bhajite yomam te me yuktaptamo mataha. he says that of all yogis, those who actually abide in me, worshiping me in transcendental faith, are intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. So not only does he give himself of the authority and the means, but he clarifies the actual goal of the Vedas. The Vedas means to know him. There are people who study Vedas in order to acquire knowledge, or there are people who study the Vedas in order to make some profit from that, in order to not necessarily cheat, but to present that knowledge to others for some type of benefit, some remuneration. Transcendental knowledge can also give other benefits besides the goal that it is meant to be. In other words, by knowing Krishna and the process of attaining Krishna, one frees themselves from material suffering. Or at least they know the process of attaining Krishna, but they may not have come to the point of knowing Krishna. But if they accept the process of attaining Krishna and practice that, then gradually material suffering will eventually disappear completely. So that's one, what they say, side benefit of the same knowledge, which leads to a higher principle, which is the soul's relationship with the Supreme Lord eternally in loving devotional service. So here, it also mentions that there's two processes. One is direct and one is less direct. The one that is less direct, we've been hearing about that in the previous verses. The yogis, as they drill the respiration and meditate on the super soul within the heart and raise the kundalini from the lower chakras up all the way up to the Brahma Rudra, and then out the Brahma Rudra, projecting it through the different layers of the material energy, finally beyond the material energy into the Brahma Jyoti, and then ultimately beyond the Brahma Jyoti, it reaches the precipice or the shore of the Vaikuntha realm. This process is authorized, and it's called the Astanga Yoga process. Krishna speaks about it in the Bhagavad Gita. A very few, if any, people today can practice that process. There are people who can do it and are doing it, but you don't see them. They stay within the confounds of seclusion in the Himalayas. I was just talking to one devotee. He was telling me how they were traveling to higher and higher realms in the Himalayas, and they came to an area in the Himalayas which was covered with complete snow and ice, and it was ice cold. And then when they reached there, of course, there were some people in that area. They were informed by the people that even higher up, there is one yogi who lives in seclusion, even in the higher realms from where they were, in this impossible environment, at least impossible for a common person to live. But he's there, and he's practicing his yoga. So there are people who can accept great austerities. They can transcend the bodily pleasures and pains and absorb themselves in the process of yoga and achieve the Vaikuntha realm. But then we have the more direct process is according to the process given by Lord Chaitanya to glorify the Lord through the process of hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord, working under, engaging under the spiritual master accordingly. One has to follow the spiritual master as if the spiritual master was Krishna himself. The spiritual master is the bona fide representative of Krishna in the material world to give us what Krishna would give us if he was personally present. And therefore, one should follow the spiritual master carefully, understanding the instructions learning the application of the instructions and carrying them out with enthusiasm, with determination, and of course, with patience also. Now, that's the more direct process. As it says here, there are two versions. Both are mentioned in the Brihad Aranyaka Upanishads, on which the Upanishads are the Vedas. And the Vedas are divided into two categories, Smriti and Shruti. Shruti is the actual Vedic knowledge. That's the four Vedas, the Atharva Veda, the Yajurveda, the Rig Veda, the Samaveda. Veda was one, but Vyasadeva took the Vedas and divided into four. And he appointed a representative for each of the four Vedas, a great personality to represent those four and teach that.
Hare Krishna. I think there is no power connection is lost. Hare Krishna. Maharaj, I see Maharaj there, but black screen. It got disconnected. Okay. I think we'll just chant for some time until Gurma joins. Should I play Kirtan otherwise?
In chant, Mataji, if that is fine with everyone.
When in doubt, chant.
Yeah. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Varma. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna I think I'll play Kirtan for some time. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, oh. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, oh. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah, we're back.
That's nice.
Put it on gallery. Okay. Well, here we are
Yes, Maharaj.
in the land of internet that is sometimes not internet. Okay, so I think rather than continuing my discussion, we can open it up for questions at this point.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much for such a nice class. Dear devotees, please raise your hands if you have any questions or comments or realizations, and please turn on your cameras if possible. Thank you. Silpesh Prabhu, please go ahead. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Guru Maharaj, I used to see these documentaries from India with like yogis who used to stand like on one leg for most of their life or leave one arm like raised in the air for most of their life. Is that any kind of bona fide process, or is it just something that people are doing now in Kali Yuga?
It's just some way to show off, that's all. The yogis develop a type of power where they can defy material energy, or they can manipulate material energy. So you'll see that's two of the many thousands of varieties by which they try to manipulate. I think we spoke yesterday about that one yogi who was locked in the box and came out. He was playing a harmonia that was outside of the box. He was in the box, but he was playing a harmonia. So people, the common people who are ignorant, they like that stuff. They think that is something spiritual. It's not. It's just the art of manipulating the material energy. Material energy is mutable. And if you, through the power of the mind and various austerities, then the yogi attains certain abilities, like flying from one planet to another, creating another planet, becoming lighter than the lightest, going out of a room through the keyhole, becoming what we say. If you go to the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, you'll see there's 2 chapters. I'm not sure which number chapter are, but Krishna himself speaking to Uddhava. The 11th canto is also called the Uddhava Gita. It's the knowledge that Krishna gave to Uddhava about the process of pure devotional service. But in that narration, Krishna spoke a lot about these mystic powers. There are 8 primary mystic powers. There are 10 secondary mystic powers. So yogis, they want to impress themselves, impress others through this process of manipulating. Prabhupada tells the story of one yogi who went away to train, one man went away to train under one yogi, and after 18 years, he returned to his village. Now he had some mystic power, so he wanted to show it off to his fellow villagers. So there was a lake in the village, and so he was able to walk across the lake without falling into the water from one side to another. And everyone was saying, "Oh, just see how wonderful it is." But there was one kind of a wise man in the village. He said, "You give me 2 pice and I'll get you a boat and I'll take you across." So, so what he spent 18 years to do, you can do with 2 pies. So, immediately. The materialistic, intelligent scientists, you might say, have somehow learned some of these mystic powers through the process of technology. They have developed in a mechanical and an electrical way, manipulating material energy through various types of instruments. For instance, they can put a pin so small you can't even see it into the wall, and then from another place they can see everything that's going on in that room through that little pin, which becomes a camera for the whole room. And that's just one of the many things. We have our cell phones, we have our computers, and various types of technologies that are going on, which are defying the material energy through this electronic. But it's not defying, it's just learning how to use the material energy in different ways, that's all. Mm-hmm. So the scientists, they're doing it in an electronic way, technological way. The yogis who spend sometimes most of their life learning these arts are doing it through the power of their mind. But mystic yoga, as Krishna explains, is a diversion from real yoga because it teaches one or it enchants one to think that they have achieved something wonderful. But the real achievement is to enter into bhakti and attain the lotus feet of the Lord. That is a great achievement. And it's beyond the mystic cities. When Srila Prabhupada was asked, "Can you show us some mystic power?" And he was sitting in the room with his disciples. And then he pointed to his disciples. He said, "This is my mystic power." They were morose, addicted to all bad habits. Now they're bright-faced, they're worshiping the Lord, they're happy, they're free from all sinful activities, and they're engaged in the highest process of spiritual worship, bhakti yoga. So he showed that, yeah, mystic power really means to transform one's consciousness from material to spiritual. That's the ultimate mystic power. So don't be impressed. I mean, what do you get by holding your arm up in the air for 30 years? You get maybe get an atrophied arm, that's all. There's no benefit in that. Or standing on one leg, or doing something similar. You know, they used to have these circuses. When I was a kid, you'd go there and you'd see, you know, they lock somebody in a box, and then for a few minutes, they cover the box, and then they uncover the box, and without unlocking it, the man gets out of the box. Houdini was the famous magician. They would lock him in a box, throw the box in the ocean, tied with different chains, and he would get out. So what is the benefit of that? There's no benefit. But if you develop your love for Krishna, that's a great benefit. That's rare. And that's the highest form of mystic yoga, because you can actually control the Supreme Lord through your bhakti. But the Lord is controlling everything. He's also Yogeshwara. He's the master of all mystics. And so he has all mystic power. He's the source of mystic power. But those who worship him and achieve pure love for him, they can control him by their love. So one can control the source of all mystic power through the process of pure devotional service. That is a rare and great achievement.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Shridevi Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, as you were speaking, mentioning how even the common man has to follow some authority, and we see that today, due to the gross ignorance that they listen to whatever's on the media, newspapers, etc., etc., we are so fortunate because we are hearing you every day and we are getting real knowledge. But the huge mass of people out there, they are completely in ignorance. They are not privy to even the smallest atom of spiritual knowledge. What's going to happen to them? Who's going to give them real knowledge?
You. That's what you've been doing, right? Keep going.
Okay. All right.
It says that to make one person a devotee of the Lord means to shed 300 gallons of blood. It's not easy to make a person from materialist to a spiritualist. But Lord Chaitanya has kind of made the process available in a more easier way through the chanting of the holy name. So when the Korma Brahma wanted to associate with Lord Chaitanya, leave his family and travel with Lord Chaitanya wasn't happy about that. He said, you stay with your family. And he said, whoever you meet, tell them about Krishna. Whoever you meet, teach him to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And he said, if you do that, you'll always be in my association. So we can, by connecting others to the process of bhakti, through the method given to us by Lord Chaitanya, chanting, serving, chanting, hearing and chanting, we can gradually pull these unfortunate people out of the material world and give them a chance for eternal life. So it's happening. But Prabhupada said, I want each and every one of my disciples to spread Krishna consciousness. So anyone who has that knowledge should take that knowledge and distribute it. Knowledge that is not used is lost. If you have knowledge and you speak it, or you find ways to remember it, then that knowledge is retained. But the easiest way to retain knowledge is to give knowledge. Therefore, those who teach have a greater sense of retention of the knowledge than those who simply hear. But then hearing leads to understanding, and understanding leads to ultimately speaking. And speaking means that one can start to remember. So just like now, we're discussing a particular aspect of Krishna consciousness. So after we're all done, each one of you have some experience with that. Tell someone else. Tell someone you know, or tell someone you don't know. But tell someone. And then that knowledge will, again, be a form of retention for you and a benefit for others. People generally forget unless they speak. When they speak, they remember. Is Arti there today? Arti Shah, is she there?
No, Maharaj, she's not there.
She was telling me the other day she reads and she forgets everything. Well, unfortunately, because we don't take it and use it, and we forget it. But if we use it, we'll remember it. Talk about it. And that'll benefit the person who hears.
Yes,
Said
Guru
it-
Maharaj.
Yeah, said Lord Chaitanya traveled through South India, and everyone he met, he got them to chant Hare Krishna. And whoever they met, they also taught others to chant Hare Krishna. Therefore, practically all of India became Krishna conscious because he inspired others to chant, and they were inspired to chant and to give that chanting to others. So it was like a snowball. It just got bigger and bigger.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. So
People like our philosophy. They can't find any fault with it. Even if they try, their arguments have no value. And our method for practice is very joyful. Singing, dancing, eating nice prasadam, reading books, and learning about God and the process of achieving God. It's nice. Can't beat it. Simple.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj. Sonal Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my obeisances, my obeisances to all devotees as well, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj,
Hare-
I've got two questions, if you may, I
Yeah.
can ask. So first one is regarding this mystic powers, yogis showing mystic powers. Recently, I've come across a Bhakti Yoga section where the guru talks about Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, and he kind of his disciples were attracted to him by him showing mystic powers. So initially, then you kind of search a bit, and then you realize that there is no Guru Parampara followed. It's just this person is probably the first line of person who is practicing or preaching Bhakti Yoga. And I got very disturbed. So in these cases, what shall we do? Because as I I'm reading Nectar of Devotion. If you think that this is not in line of the bhakti tradition, then you should just leave if you can't argue. So shall we just stop listening to these people, or how shall we, if we come across somebody whom we don't find bona fide, how shall we react?
Well, what he's doing is using Krishna to attract people to him. That's his program. So, yeah, there are many cheaters out there. In fact, the cheaters are quite numerous. We can name hundreds of them. And India is, the place where they're manufactured. And then they export themselves into other places. So what to do is that the fact you got angry was good. You should have told them, hey, you're a rascal. You're just trying to become popular by using Krishna. You have no bhakti.
Oh, it really disturbed me. I mean, I don't think I'm in a position to confront any of these people. But so in that case, we just shut off and just leave. Is that right?
Well, I think the mistake is you shouldn't have been there in the first place. So you do a about face, and what can you do? There's so many. There's one, I won't mention his name, he's quite popular in India. So two of our followers, they're entrepreneurs, they're quite wealthy. They're Indians and they went to one of his satsang, and they got a chance to ask a question. And they asked, well, what is your understanding of Rama, Lord Ram and Lord Krishna? And he immediately responded, well, there's Lord Ram and Lord Krishna. These persons don't exist. This is some mythological persons that were created in order to attract people. And the devotees got really angry, and then they couldn't say anything, and they had to leave. But yeah, you get people like that. They're cheaters. I saw this person, and he was debating a Jewish rabbi. And the Jewish rabbi was trying to talk about God and devotion. And he was just talking about, I could not even understand what he was saying. He was just talking about some kind of roundabout philosophy. He kept going around the Jewish rabbi, saying all kinds of other things. And the Jewish rabbi was trying to get him back to God, but he couldn't do it. So, yeah. So don't be surprised. They're all over. And in Kali Yuga, they are numerous, because very few people want the real thing. Therefore, Krishna allows these cheaters to give these people something that they want. They want something cheap, and they want to continue with their material life and call it spiritual. There's many of them out there. So yeah, it's good you got angry. I probably would have got more angry than you would have.
And I was, anyways, okay, fine. The second question, Maharaj, is when you're talking about spreading the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. And yesterday you were mentioning to Srimati Mataji that preaching should be done as if you are giving mercy to others. So preaching is giving mercy. So when we are talking about Krishna consciousness to anyone, what attitude we should have? Because shall we just think that we are the messengers of our guru and giving the knowledge? Because otherwise it becomes very much drawn into pride that, look, I'm doing this.
Yeah. You are, well, yeah, just like Prabhupada would give the example of the postman who takes the letter and delivers it to the recipient. So the letter's not coming from the postman. The letter's coming from another person through the postal system, and he's just delivering it. So in the same way, Prabhupada would say the spiritual master is a postal peon, or anyone representing Krishna is just doing that, representing Krishna. So we have been given the good fortune to represent the Lord. So that is our happiness, and that is our chance to benefit others. But to take credit, the knowledge didn't come from us. We're just bringing that knowledge to others. So, but Krishna is so kind that when he sees his devotees doing what he does when he comes to the material world, he blesses that devotee and gives that and thanks and becomes very, very happy and gives that mercy to that devotee. So simply by being an instrument for Krishna's mercy to others, you'll receive Krishna's mercy also, but not in the form of becoming popular or whatever else, you know. That won't really help you anyway. Yeah. So you consider yourself fortunate to have that opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Hare. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. Nice questions. Vinayak Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances unto your Lord. With all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you, Guru. Hare Krishna to everyone. Maharaj, in this purport, you mentioned yogi sadhana is not most important rather than Krishna consciousness. Then, whenever we went to Vrindavan, then we do parikrama of Govardhan, which is too quite difficult for us actually to Govardhan parikrama. Is it belongs to sadhana or Krishna conscious, Maharaj? Because it is also too hard to parikrama. Every year, whenever we go,
There's people who do it every year, every day.
yes, Maharaj. But
And they also do the 108 one. You ever see the 108 one?
oh my God.
It takes them at least 20 years to do it. They pay their obeisances fully, and then they put a rock where their hand is, and then they walk to that rock, and then they pay their obeisances again and move the rock there. But then
Yes,
there's
Maharaj.
others who we put 8 rocks and do obeisances 8 times in that place. And there's those who do 108 rocks in one place. So they pay their obeisance 108 times, and then they move to the next spot, which is the length of their body, and do it 108 times. And they do it, it takes them about 20 years or more to do it. You can see them, they're there. So to go around Govardhan once a year, I mean, and you're complaining?
Sorry, Maharaj. Maharaj, this year I felt some um, my body pain, so I traveling by auto actually, Maharaj. I can't walking actually, Maharaj.
Oh, well, if you keep doing it, you'll like it. I have one disciple, she just wrote me, she says, I can't wait. I'm going February. I'm going back to Govardhan. I can't wait to go around Govardhan Hill. She used to go around Govardhan every second day. Now she's been away for a while. She's feeling separation from Govardhan. Govardhan's Krishna. Govardhan's not different than Krishna. Krishna created Govardhan just to show his love for Radharani so they could perform pastimes on Govardhan Hill when Krishna came to the material world. So Govardhan is a spiritual entity. He doesn't belong to this material world. Although he manifests himself in the form of a mountain, he is actually non-different. That's why he's called Giriraj, the Govardhan Dadi.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you.
He's very
Thank you.
special.
Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, whenever we with Bhakta Sangha, then it is so easy. But when he is so on family association, then it is quite difficult for me to traveling by chanting or doing. So it is want to know ki, what is the importance of actually parikrama. So
Okay.
I asked Maharaj.
You use the word difficult in many of your statements describing how Krishna consciousness works. So yeah, don't you have any difficulties in life when you're doing your ordinary activities? Difficulties maintaining a family, difficulties waking up in the morning. What are you going to do at the time of death? That's going to be a difficult time. You're going to say, well, I don't want to die because it's too difficult. If you complain about things because they're difficult, then you might as well just, live on a mountain by yourself. That way you don't have any difficulty.
No, Maharaj, sorry. Sorry, Maharaj. Okay.
Yeah, difficulties. Bhakti Vinod Thakur talks about difficulties as opportunities to show more bhakti. When something is easy, then bhakti is there in some degree, but when it's difficult, then bhakti increases.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
They will give you the name Easy Joe Das.
Thank you.
Just make everything easy for me, and then I'm Haribo, right? Just give it me. Life is not like that. Whether you like it or not, you're living in an illusion if you think only the things that are easy are worth doing. That's an illusion. The things that are difficult are actually more beneficial to one's growth, spiritually and materially also.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you. You give me name. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Because you easy bina.
Thank you.
When you married your wife, did you tell her, don't give me a hard time? And she said, well, if I don't give you a hard time, how would you grow in life?
Thank you, Maharaj. Oh my God.
Yeah, so accept difficulties as opportunities rather than difficulties. If you accept them as difficulties, you're putting them in a position where you can't benefit from them. But if you accept them as opportunities, then that difficulty will actually transform into something beneficial to you, for you.
Okay, Maharaj.
Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Right, Jyotir Maya, do you agree with me?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, we are going to Mayapur on November 1st week, Maharaj.
In Kartik, you're going to Mayapur?
Yes, Maharaj.
Good. I'll be there. I'll see you.
Yes, Maharaj.
I'll give you something difficult when I see you. And then I'll be there with you to share the difficulties.
Yes, Maharaj, definitely. Your mercy, Maharaj.
And if it doesn't work, Sri Devi's there. She'll make it even more difficult. And then if that doesn't work, Somadatri's there, and then you'll get the ultimate principle of difficulty. because she'll tell you what to do and you can't understand anything she says. So, and you still have to do it.
Okay, Maharaj. Okay. Thank you.
There are people who live just to. I know one devotee. He wants excitement in life, so he looks for difficulties to test his bhakti. He wrote a series of books called, what is it called? Chasing the Rhino. Prabhupada told us, he said, shoot for the rhino. Now, a rhino is a rhinoceros. It's a very powerful, fast-running animal. It's got a horn on its head and it runs fast and it charges people.
Okay.
And to stop that animal, you have to have a special rifle. Nothing can stop it. It's very powerful. But Prabhupada, when he was talking about Krishna consciousness, he said, Chasing Rhinos with the Swami by His Grace Shyamasundar. So Prabhupada said, shoot for the rhino, which meant try for something difficult. And then he said, if you make it, everyone will say, wonderful. You did wonderful. And if you didn't make it, they will say, well, it was difficult anyway. There's no loss. So our understanding, our propaganda is try to develop love for Krishna and make that your goal and do whatever you have to do in order to achieve love for God. That is worth trying for.
Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, by your advising, it is quite difficult for me to wake up in morning. But after you say, then it is more easy for me to wake up in morning and doing Mangalarti actually, Maharaj. Actually, I accepting difficulties by your mercy, Maharaj.
Good, good. That's the purpose of getting married. You have your wife wake you up, you know?
Yes, yes, Maharaj. It is too difficult for me, but before, but right now it is quite easy for me. I wake up before alarm from Maharaj. Before alarm, before alarm, I will wake up and stop my alarm.
Okay. It's good to wake up.
He's every day coming on Japa call after doing his Mangalarti, Guru Maharaj. Every day he's there chanting with us. And so is Dheeraj Prabhu.
Good, good. He needs some more difficult things in his life.
Only because of Sridevi Mataji, we are doing this, Maharaj. Like previously, used to wake up at 4 or 4:30, but now it's like our regular to wake up at 3:30, do our Mangal Aarti, recite Shikshashtakam, and then start chanting around like 4:30. We start every day.
Hari Hari. Srimati.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. Rasvilasni Mataji, please go ahead. Hare Krishna, you're on mute.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisance on your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotees. Maharaj, as you said, I have 2 questions, so can I ask, Maharaj?
Yes.
Yeah. First question is, Maharaj, as you said that we should preach everyone as a messenger of Lord Krishna. So in 10 offenses, one of the offenses is like to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. So then, Maharaj, how can we understand this? Because it's coming in my mind, so that's why I'm asking.
Just people who are not receptive to your message, don't try to force it. That's all. If people are interested, you can speak. If people are neutral in the crowd, you can speak. But if you're speaking to one person and they don't want to hear it or finding fault with what you say, then Don't waste your time. Go to someone else who will be more receptive. That's all.
Yes, Maharaj. And
Yeah.
second question, sorry, Maharaj.
It's that easy. Those who are receptive, then you can speak. Those who are not receptive, don't waste time.
Yeah, Mataji, go ahead with your second question.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Maharaj, yeah, like yogis remain in the mode of goodness, and we see that those in the mode of goodness have increased intelligence and can see things clearly. So why don't they accept bhakti?
That's a good question. The mode of goodness is also within the material. So they're attached to their good qualities. They think by achieving good qualities, they can further their desires for success in the material world. Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaks about that, called the modern moralist. He's a nice person, has good qualities because he understands that by being a good person and having nice qualities, you can be successful in your activities in the material world. But we understand not so much acting in the mode of goodness, but developing the qualities of the mode of goodness and using those qualities to serve the Lord, such as knowledge, renunciation, religiousness, simplicity. Now, there's 9 general qualities. So we're not interested in acting in the mode of goodness. We're interested in developing the qualities of the mode of goodness and then using them to serve the Lord, to serve the devotees, to serve the spiritual master. So they have a motivation. Our motivation is Krishna consciousness. Okay?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj. And one more thing, Maharaj.
You said 2, this now you're making it 3.
No, Maharaj. It's just simple. It's not a question, Maharaj. Just
Okay.
actually, Maharaj, as you said that I should read 4 hours continuously. So actually, I'm reading like half an hour in morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. But I am not able to read 4 hours continuously, Maharaj. So please guide us so I can read.
You can do it. 4 hours a day. That's the instruction. You can do it.
Great, Mataji. Please keep going and inspire us too.
Let me ask Anand Sagar. Is that a fair instruction, or should I withdraw the instruction and make it less?
Dandar Pranam Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Maharaj, whatever instruction you give, Maharaj.
Well, you have to live with her, not me. So you have to tell me, am I being too difficult, or do you think I should make it less?
I don't have any words, Maharaj. Whatever are your words, those are final words for us.
Well, they say the husband is actually the real spiritual master of the wife, and the spiritual master works through the husband to guide the wife. That's the protocol. So, without your permission, I can't give her that instruction.
No, Maharaj. I'm no one to give you permission, Maharaj.
All right. Okay. Rasavilas. All right, 2 hours a day.
Haribol.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sure, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
You will grow by your reading. You need to read. I'm not saying that because I think just to give you some service, make it difficult. It'll be a great benefit for you to read more and more. Then you'll get a more clear and correct understanding of Krishna consciousness, and you'll be more aware to how to see how things. In other words, it'll benefit you greatly. You should read at least 2 hours a day.
Yeah, sure.
Make it 2, but no less.
Sure, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Sure is not an answer. Yes is an answer.
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
You know, in the English language, when you say sure, that means I got it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do it. But when you say yes, then that's different.
Yes,
So,
definitely, Maharaj. Yes.
sure is not an affirmative in an English language. If you know the connotation of sure, it's not the answer. It's not a way to confirm your agreement of something. You're saying sure, that means, yeah, I got it. I hear it. Sure, I hear it. That's about it.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you. Revati Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hi, Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Lord Prabhupada. All glories to you. All glories to all assembled devotees. Yeah. So, Guru Maharaj, just a further clarification on the yogis. As you mentioned, Guru Maharaj, in Ashtanga Yoga, yogis, they meditate. And as they meditate on the super soul, they reach Brahmajyoti, then Vaikuntha. But yogis, they are more in a mode of goodness. But in order to enter Vaikuntha, we should be like a pure goodness. So how should I understand that, Guru Maharaj?
No, they're not in the mode of goodness. If they're worshiping the Lord as the super soul, they're in transcendence. When you worship the Lord, you're about beyond the 3 modes of material nature.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, because in the previous verse also I was just reading this, the yogic way, namely the gross senses are merged in the mode of ignorance and subtle senses are merged in the mode of passion, and the mind belongs to mode of goodness. But perfect purification of mind is made possible when it's first fixed in the conviction of being eternal servitor of the Lord.
That's Sudasattva. That is pure goodness.
You're good. Yogis, they are still in the mode of passion, Guru Maharaj, if I understand it.
No. They're going from the lower modes to the higher modes through the process of yoga.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So
They're using the yoga system to purify their consciousness and moving from one level to a higher level, to beyond, to ultimately to the spiritual level.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's explained in the second canto in this whole chapter.
Mm-hmm. So yogis.
Otherwise, how could they pass through the material energy and break through the material coverings? They can't do that unless they are actually focused on the Supreme. They can do that, but they can't mention what they call the impersonal yogis can do that, but they absorb themselves in the bodily effulgence of the Lord or the bodily rays of the Lord. So they're jnanis. They're not yogi. They're not bhakti yogis. This whole section we're talking about is bhakti yogis in the yoga process. The jnanis can also project themselves to higher levels and also go beyond the universe. But they can't stay there. Aruna, Krishna, Padam, Padantiyada, they fall down again. But the bhakti yogi doesn't fall down because their goal is Vaikuntha.
Okay, Gurumash, yeah. But Ashtanga yogis, they reach Vaikuntha, right, Gurumash? I was asking about Ashtanga.
Asta means 8 the ways to perform the yoga system. That's all.
Okay. Mhm.
The impersonalists can do it. The question is, what is the goal? Is their goal is to free themselves to material energy and merge into the body or the effulgence of the Lord? Then they're jnanis. They're not yogis. They're not bhakti yogis. They're jnana yogis. There's jnana yogis also. But in the previous chapter, we talked about bhakti yogis through the Ashtanga system.
Mhm. Okay, so Bhakti yogis through Ashtanga. Yeah, I got that now. Yeah.
Huh?
I got it, Gurumash. So Bhakti yogis through Ashtanga yogi. So they are engaged in Ashtanga yogi, but their goal is like Bhakti yogi to enter to please.
Ashtanga is just a system to awaken bhakti. That's all. It's a method. But why are you so concerned about that? Just chant Hare Krishna. Why are you twisting your mind around all these things?
Wanted to understand it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. If you want to read about the Ashtanga yoga system, just read the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna talks about it.
Okay. Yes, Gurumash. Yeah. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Balak has a question here. Srimad.
He's saying that I heard that we already exist in spiritual world. Is that true?
Well, you can't leave Krishna. It's not possible. But you can cover yourself with, just like if you're in the room with your mother and you're laying in the bed, you're in the room with your mother, but if you take all of the covers and put them all over your head, you can't see your mother anymore, but you're still in the room and your mother is still there. So these coverings are the material energy. So we've covered our consciousness with material energy, and we think we're not with Krishna anymore, but we are. It's just the coverings are there to block our awareness. And we identify with the coverings rather than with our eternal relationship with Krishna. That's all. We are part and parcel of Krishna. That's our identity. We can never be separated from him. But we can live in the illusion of a separation, and that is called material life.
Awesome. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. So material life is an illusion. That's all. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, Jeev Jago, Gora Chanda Bhole, Hota Nidra Jayo Mayam, Pisachira Kole, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jeev Jago, wake up to you who you really are. And by what is the alarm clock? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Don't push the snooze button. Just let that alarm ring until you get out of your sleep state.
Thank you. That was beautiful, Maharaj.
That's Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He gives you the formula. So yes, you're right. That's a very important part. We can never be separated from Krishna, but we think we are. And because we think we are, we act in that way. And therefore, we don't get the benefit of being with Krishna, although we are. We're never separated from him.
Wonderful. Thank you, Maharaj.
Yeah, the mind's a rascal.
It is, Maharaj. It is.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Nice question. Dear devotees, any more questions or comments? Maharaj, we don't have any questions now. Can we start our japa today?
Yeah.
Announce tomorrow's class. Tomorrow's class is with Bhakti Sangha Japa group, Charlotte devotees, and the time is 20 minutes later from our regular time. It is 12:20 p.m. UK time, and the verse is 7th canto, 10th chapter, verse number 49. And I'll share the link in the WhatsApp groups. Thank you so much, dear devotees.
I just like to say one thing. If there's any devotee out there that is not on the conference is a regular feature where I post different things on the conference about Krishna consciousness. We also hear various types of, just like one disciple, she posts a statement by Srila Prabhupada every day along with pictures on the conference. And then we also hear about various types of activities that go around ISKCON. So anyone who is not on the conference, just connect with Radha Bhakti. Maybe someone can put up Radha Bhakti's email and she'll put you on the conference. And then you'll get regular updates and regular statements, Srila Prabhupada statements. There's other things. And you can also contribute to the conference by asking questions through the conference also, and posting important things that you can consider to be worthy Krishna conscious knowledge on the conference. So it's a regular feature of the email. So anyone who's not on it, just and if you'd like to get on it, then just contact Radha Bhakti and she'll put you on.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah, I shared the email address on chat. You can just copy that.
Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Such a wonderful class and nice discussion. We'll start chanting now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. My obeisances to everyone. Jai Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Bhagyashree, yeah, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hari 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 Ram 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Ram Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Ram Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Ram Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Ram Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Ram Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Ram Hare Krishna Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hari Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hari Hari, nice. Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, Hare Krishna, Hari Krishna, Hari Hari. Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, Hare Krishna, Hari Krishna. Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, Hare Krishna, Hari Krishna. Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, Ram Ram, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare. 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Jai. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama. Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Jo Bhakta Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Bhakta Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Gaur Pranande, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna. Sridevi Mataji, you want to continue?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Yes, Mataji, I'll make you host.
Okay.
I forgot to stop the live stream. Can you stop the live stream, Mataji? Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
How to stop the live stream, Srimati? How do I stop the live stream?
On more,